Hello friends and tea connoisseurs, this is Laura Showers with Sip of Sanity, once again with Tea Talks. Last week we talked about the difference between loose leaf tea and tea in the grocery store that you get in tea bags. Today we're going to talk about getting the best out of your cup of tea with your loose leaf. And so I'm going to begin with the first thing that you need some sort of kettle to boil your water in. This is just for boiling water, not for steeping the tea. That comes after. And when you get to 212 degrees and your tea kettle screams, you will be making the dark teas, the black teas, those sorts of things. The green teas need a little bit less heat. So if you take your kettle off and you let it set for about 2 minutes, you should be at about 180 degrees so as not to damage the nice green leaf as it unfurls and makes your cup of tea. So what I'm making today is black tea that is lavender, so it's Earl Grey lavender, and I have all these steeping supplies, and you can choose which one is right for you. I love the tea that is made in a pot. So I have a steeping basket, and I have measured 4 level teaspoons of Earl Grey lavender tea, and I place that in the top of my steeping pot. This one is an iron pot, and then I pour in the water to let it steep. Usually black teas go for 4 minutes, and so I have a timer set for 4 minutes, and we're going to just go right down here and start putting in water in each of these. This is a tea ball. It has 2 teaspoons of Earl Grey lavender tea, and that works great for a large mug that you're going to have for yourself. You can put whole leaf tea directly in the pot like they do in England and just let those leaves float around as it's steeping, and you get a really rich dark flavor from that. If you also want to do tea in a French press, you can pour the water in here with your loose leaf, and it will also steep the way it does when you pour it into a teapot without any tea ball or tea basket. So I've set my timer for 4 minutes, and that's how long we steep the tea. In the meantime, you can kind of see that it is making the water a beautiful brown color. Here I'm going to put the lid on to keep it nice and hot as it's steeping. If you insist on a tea bag and you're just making 1 cup, you can buy organic bags and scoop your tea directly into the bag, and then you can lay it in a cup and steep it that way as well. Okay, we have about 20 more seconds before our tea is done. Tea is one of those things that is worth the wait. Let it steep for 4 minutes. Please check to see how long your tea should steep, because most people let it go too long and then it becomes bitter. So don't leave your tea bag in. You're going to want to take that out after 4 minutes for black teas. 3 to 5 minutes. You might want it a little bit darker. And there goes our, come on, stop. Okay, so now I'm going to take my tea basket out because it is done steeping in my teapot, and I just have something to set on my tea basket on. Now you could always do a second steep. Second steep would be using these tea leaves one more time, steeping water through them again and making another pot. That pot of tea would be a little bit lighter than this one. This is this beautiful rich tea, Earl Grey lavender. I wish you could smell how wonderful it smells. Here I'm going to take my tea ball out of my mug, and I'm going to put it on the plate. This is about 2 cups. This is more the size of a teacup. Here we have how English people usually have their tea just rolling around inside there, and they pour it into a strainer into their cup so that they don't get any leaves in their cup, and they let those tea leaves sit in the pot, and when they do that, the pot gets darker and darker a little more bitter, a little stronger flavor, and that's why you should have a little bit of creamer. And I like natural sugar, and that makes a nice cup of tea. Now, as your tea leaves sit, it will get very strong flavored and a little bit bitter. So however you like your tea, these are several ways that you can steep it. Make sure to do it the right amount of time, and your tea will always taste wonderfully clean and clear, and just a great cup of tea. So here we have some other options that you can use for straining your tea. You can just get an inexpensive strainer and use that over your teacup. You can get fancy little tea infusers. These have really tiny holes, and so it doesn't let quite as much tea go through. You might need to steep a little bit longer here. Or you can do something fun like get a heart-shaped spoon for somebody as a gift. Those are all fun little tea gadgets that you can buy to make your tea beautiful. That's how to brew a perfect cup of tea. Please stop by our website at www.sipasanity.com this week, and if you type in promo code LVDR, you can have some of this lovely lavender tea 20% off. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and until next time, give yourself a sip of sanity.